Hey gang, welcome to the team. I just wanted to create a quick video for you guys, help you get started on the right foot. My name is Mike Craig. If we haven't had a chance to meet yet, I'm sure we will. And I just wanted to officially welcome you guys to the LIV family. We're gonna have some fun, and this is gonna be a blast. But in order to get this thing kicked off right and do it the way you want it to, we put together a quick little system on how to get you started. What are the first steps you need to take? You may be sitting here going, wow, I'm super excited about everything that's going on right now, but I'm not really sure what to say. I don't know who to say it to. I don't know, where do I go? I mean, I don't really know the information. Maybe you're thinking, I got to know all the information before I actually go, talk to somebody. These are all natural feelings, and certainly the most important one I want you to dial into is the one that you're excited. I think that's the most important thing that you want to harness right now. Don't worry so much about the rest. I mean, this should be easy. This should be fun. It should be social. It should be non-stressful. It should make you smile every day. That's the whole point. If we're doing something that's not making you happy, or if you're doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable, or you're stressed out, or whatever, you're doing something wrong. So stop it there. Stop what you're doing right away, and then reach up line to somebody, a part of your team, and we will help you out to make sure that we make course corrections. So what I've done is put together a little presentation for you that'll walk you through some of the getting started steps and at least get you started the first week to 2 weeks to 30 days to get your feet wet, and more importantly, create a story. Stories are super important in this business, and once you make your intention that you do want to make money and you do want people to follow you and you want to build a big team, well, people always follow success stories. That's just what they do. And here's one thing I learned a long time ago: friends do what friends do. And so if you're a LIV member, other friends are going to want to be LIV members. If you're a successful LIV member getting your membership for free, others will probably want to be a successful member getting their membership for free. If you're a promoter member that wants to make money and does make money, then your friends will probably want to do the same, and you'll want to deliver them the same results. So everything's designed to be simple and be duplicated. So first thing I want to tell you is that there is a place to go to get some information, and it's actually, if you go to the website, it's R2R.meetliv.com, R2R.meetliv.com. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen, and you can actually print out a little worksheet. It's real simple. This is the information we're going to go over. What I want you to do is I want you to print it out, and I want you to follow through. And you can mark this up. This is yours. This is a living document, and this is what I want to duplicate throughout your team as other people get started. So I want to dive right in and kind of talk about what I think the most important thing is when you're getting started, which is, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? And I'm not saying I want, I want to go do fun stuff, or I want to get my membership for free. Those are good. We're going to talk about that. But what do you really want to accomplish? Because when your intention is, I want to build a fun little side business here. Now, whether your goals are small, I mean, if I can make an extra $500 a month, or so I can really have a little extra cushion at the end of the year where I can do some things with. I can go on fun vacations and not have to worry so much about finances. Or maybe your goals are much more, no, I would like to take this and see how far I can go. I mean, I want to make $3,000 or $4,000 a month. I want to make $5,000 a month or more. I want to make $10,000 or more. Whatever the case is, if you're seriously really thinking about that, regardless of how big or how small your goals are, you still have to have them. So one of the things I usually start out with, which is the most fun to think about, is, what is your LIV list? You may not have asked yourself these questions in the past. You may have thought what these were in your minds, things you would like to do eventually, or experience. What are those things? And I want you to put these down, because I want you to get passionate about what we do, because our goals are to help you accomplish your goals, and a lot of those goals are going to be literally what is your LIV list. We want to help you check off the box of everything that's on your LIV list. So start writing those things down. Really start thinking about them. As opposed to the bucket list we've always talked about. What is my LIV list? What would it look like? And make that, and it should make you smile. It should be like, man, this is incredible. So write those things down, because we want some inspiration here. Next thing is, what are your income goals? What do you want to accomplish in the next 6 to 12 months? What would you like to accomplish long term in the next 3 to 5 years? So you'd be thinking about that, and write that stuff down, because we need to know. Because if we don't know what your goals are, we don't know what your income goals are, it's going to be really hard for us to help put you on a plan that makes sense, that will get you there. So what kind of time goals? I want you to look at this 2 different ways. It says, I want to commit X amount of hours per week to promote LIV. it's kind of a weird question. It's kind of a weird question to answer because this is not the type of business where you clock in, clock out. It's not, I'm going to do my business from 2 to 3 every day. I don't believe anyway. It's my perspective. This is something that you do throughout your life in regular everyday conversation. Now, you may talk to a few people a day. You may talk to a lot of people a day. You may have a few conversations a day, maybe a lot of conversations a day, but these are meaningful conversations and things that are fun for you to talk about. You shouldn't have to stretch too hard to talk about things that you love and things you're passionate about and places you want to go or experiences that you want to experience. This is just friends talking to friends. So whatever that time of the day is, or how many hours per day you like to put in to talk about fun things, you fill in the blank. If it were me, every day, every hour I possibly can, if I have an opportunity to talk about my goals and places that I could go visit with my friends and what it's going to look like and how much fun it's going to be and start dreaming again with my friends and family, I'll do that all the time. It's fun. I really enjoy that stuff. But then also, if you want to look at time goals, is how much time do I want to get back in my life freedom-wise? This is a big one for me. Because if you're looking at shooting for an income goal, what's your time goal? How much time do you really want to get back into your life? What if you could substitute doing some things you don't want to do right now, and whether that's extra hours at work or whether it's just stuff that you just don't really want to do, how much time would it take to get back in your life every week? Think about that for a second. Oh man, if I could only get 3 to 5 hours of back, that I don't do this stuff, all I can do is just get that back, and that's freedom time for me. Think about those, because those are the things that are going to be that'll inspire you as well. So think about defining your why. What is your why? What's your purpose? What do you want to accomplish? This is the big one. This is the defining moment. I think that in your life that you got to figure out. What am I here for? What's my purpose? And you usually talk about these things at work. Because nobody really cares to hear those things. But I want you to think about that, because if you had all the time freedom you wanted, and you had money as well, so money was not an issue, and you had all the time you available to you, what would you do? Where would you spend your time? Who would you be spending it with? What would you do? So I guess for so many years we have let other people dictate and define our existence, our purpose, just because we fall into that gap. So I want you to kind of redefine your why, and if those things weren't an issue, what would you be doing? Where would you be spending it? With whom? Would you be giving back? Would it be charity? Would it be, what defines you? What is your why? Because what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to make LIV, we're going to try to make this happen for you, and not just define your why, but live it for the rest of your life. So think about your first 30 days. This is good. This is the story we have to create. And it really kind of determines how big, how fast you want to go, and what the story is going to be for other people. So what's that going to look like? What is that going to sound like in 30 days from now? When other people are looking at your business and looking at what you do, they're looking at everything. Everyone's paying attention. So it's all about creating a story. Number one, maximize your membership right now. This is great because now we're in pre-launch, guys. So this is so brand new. We're all so brand new at doing this, but sometimes it's the most intuitive things that we can do right now are going to build the biggest belief in the story. Meaning, use your services, use the membership benefits, make your first LIV Lift pledge. I mean, if we really want to go do some amazing experiences, go ahead and pledge on something. Go to the website, pledge on something that you really love, and then also click on the submit your suggestions button next to the LIV List experiences. And put up what you'd like to see happen. Some of your own personal LIV List experiences that you'd like to see happen. Import your photos on your LIV media immediately. Your videos, your photos. This is going to be a really, really great tool for you to share with your friends about, especially when you're going on experiences, doing things with your LIV community folks and whatnot, and the pictures that you're taking. This is a great way for you to show people right on your own cloud, on your own phone, part of the services that you're getting benefit from. Redeem your first LIV Local deal. This is a big one because it's something tangible, it's something you can get right now. It's something that builds the belief in, hey, holy cow, this membership is really great. I'll give you an example. My wife and I were out the other day, and we were getting ready to stop and grab something for lunch. We would do it all the time. But because now we're LIV members, I'm like, well, I wonder what's nearby. So we look in the app, and sure enough, one of our favorite restaurants is there. and we were literally down the street. So we pull in, and we got 2 entrees like we would normally, and they give us a free app for it because that was the deal for the day. And it was like I don't know, maybe an $8 to $9 discount, and that was like real money. And it was like, this is really great. This really works. So think about things like that every single day that you can go tell those stories to friends when they say, well, is the value there? Well, sure, it's there. But you have to go use it in order to create those stories of savings and whatnot throughout the membership. Number 2, refer, live, or get your refer 3 to live free. And this is a big one. I always said, listen, the first way to make money is save as much as you possibly can, because a penny you save is a penny earned. That's what my dad always told me. So refer 3 members, get the same or higher membership, and get your next month for free. As long as those 3 members are on board, you're going to get your membership for free every 30 days, every day, your membership's free. So make sure that you go out there and share this to as many people. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but that's one of your goals. Go Rising Star is the other goal. We'll talk about that. Achieve bronze in 2,000 in personal qualifying volume and group volume. And then we do that in the first 30 days, and then we become a Rising Star bronze position. The more people you refer, the more money you make. We'll talk about that in a minute. So the key is this, and this is the pro tip about successful entrepreneurs or self-starters. That's the thing about this is you want to be empowered to go out there and talk about, all the benefits and all the positive things that we have as we possibly can. Plus, go share these goals with your team leaders so they can help you guys in the process. So let's move on to our steps. Step 1, go social. Well, now we know what our goals are. We know kind of what we want out of this and where we're going to go. Now, what do we do? Step 1, go social, go social, go social. You don't ever want to go private when you're trying to build a business. There's no such thing as being a private, quiet entrepreneur. So we just want to let people know. But we want to do it in a fun, social way that's not weird. If you do anything that sounds weird or feels weird, you're just doing it wrong. If you're watching this right now and you're like, man, I'm just not really good at sales, thank God, because salespeople are going to try to make this very difficult, and they're going to try to sell this concept, and you cannot sell. It just doesn't make any sense. I look at this as, I can't sell people on a good time, and that's what LIV really is. It's a great community of fun people that like to get together and do some fun, great experiences. And in between times, they're maximizing a membership that helps them save money and save time. This is not something that you can sell. It would be weird to try to sell something. So don't try to sell this. But you do want to communicate. Just like anything else that you really are passionate about and you fall in love with, you tell people regardless, because you're not looking for anything in return. That's how this should be approached. So what do you want to share? Something simple. Share something that you're excited about. What should I post? What should I post? Post something that sounds like you, sounds natural to you. And, but this is an example. Hey, my friend just turned me on to a great way to access some extraordinary experiences. You got to check this out. Something like that is simple. It's not weird. That would be simple. It would be something in my wheelhouse. Now you may want to change that around and maybe do something on your own, but keep it short, keep it sweet. This is not a sale. You don't go sell on Facebook and social media. That's not what we're trying to do. All we're doing is exposing. Think of this as giving people a little bit of interest, and then give them a little bit more when they ask, and give them a little bit more when they ask. So here's another one. Hey, this looks fun. Insert maybe a picture of one of the LIV List experiences, or something something maybe that reminds you of one of your LIV List options. Hey, this looks like fun. Anyone else want to, everybody else want to do this with me? What's on your LIV List? People are going to say, well, what does that LIV List say? Wow, that looks like amazing time. I want to go do that. People want this stuff anyway, you guys. All we're doing is just putting it out there for them to say, hey, that looks interesting. I'd like to know more about that. So those are some sample posts you can use. You got to make a list. Best way to make a list is go to Prospector. We'll talk about that in a second as well. You can go to download LIV Pro, and this is an option for you guys. But it's the biggest building tool I've ever seen. The technology is unbelievable, and basically it will extract all of your in this app that you see right on this phone here on the screen. It'll export all of your contacts from Facebook, your phone, your social media, and put it all as one little great, contact information, everything. And what you do is you just swipe back and forth based on if this is somebody I want to talk to, this is somebody I'm not. This is a hot prospect, this is a cold prospect. This is down here is the X, this is somebody I'm not interested in talking to. Or maybe the little arrows button, I'll come back to them later. And what it does is just sorts like a game. Sort fast as you can sort through this. Don't think too much about it. Like I said, we're not selling anybody. We're just going to send them a little snippet. We're just going to send them a little something that gets them to say, huh, that's interesting. What is that? And that's about it. So think about how many people that you now have an access to. Now we say make a list of your top 25, but literally you could have thousands of people in your prospector app right here that we could get out to that fast. Because technology nowadays, once you sort through this information, you can literally send messages within a split second. And we have all the messages already the videos and pictures and everything you want to send, you don't even think about. It's already in the app. You just click who you want to send it to, click I want to send this video, send. It's super simple. But for right now, who are your top 25? Who are the people that are local, like to travel, enjoy new experiences, you like having fun with? Who are the folks that maybe they're influential. All that really means is they've got great relationships and people respect them. Maybe they're entrepreneurial. Most important, who are the people that are most important to you? Because we're talking about living. We want to talk to people about going and doing fun things with a group of fun people. So that's who I'd be thinking about right now. Like, oh, who would like to go on a trip with me? Or who'd like to go on this live concert with me? Or who'd like to go to this sporting event with me? Who would like to? These are the people that you want to talk to. And we're going to talk to you about what we're going to do and what we're going to say next. Is basically we're using the tip system. Tool, invite, present. This is super simple. It's a system that's already in place, so you don't have to do everything yourself. I'm a believer of less is more. So I look at this funnel as this is your sorting process funnel, and it does the work for you. You put the information or the prospects or the phone numbers or the whatever, the people in the top, and the rest of the system will take care of educating those folks on what LIV really is. You don't have to do that. You just have to know where to send them. Okay, and then at the bottom will come out members and promoter members as well. I'll talk a little bit about that, how it's going to work. So tools first. What's a tool? Tool could be a video, could be a picture, could be a quick phone call, could be an email, could be a text, could be a post on social media. It's just a quick tool. And so I like photos and videos the best, just because there's just you living real life, or you sharing something that you visually that you're passionate about. Those types of things I love. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what types of tools and when to use those types of tools. So you got videos, photos, you got three-way phone calls, connecting friends to friends, cards and brochures if need be, and then your prospector is the biggest one. I mean, that one's huge. And then you've got your website, which is is username, whatever you logged in as when you signed and enrolled as a member, .timetolive.com. So big tool for you guys to use when it comes to putting a tool out there to get somebody interested. So here's the thing: after they reviewed, we say 2 tools. Get them 2 tools, and then get them to a website, and then on a phone call with somebody or a presentation. So it's simple, but I want you. And I want this to save you time. You're not a salesperson. I don't want you to be. You're just getting the right information out there. So what I would do, I'd send maybe a text or use Prospector and send a particular video out, or maybe a picture first. Hey, this looks like a great experience that I want to experience for myself. What's on your LIV list? That's a tool, right? That little picture I sent out, or maybe a 20-second video. Nick and Blake have these amazing 20-second little video clips, little quick clips. There's like 6 of them, and they are incredible. And so I'll send those out and say, oh my God, you gotta check this out. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Check this out. And it shows a little 10-second, video clip. And then if they say, well, what is this? Maybe I'll send them another one, another 20-second clip. What is that? So I just sent 2 tools right there. I just happened to use those as an example. And then they're curious. I want to know more. And so, however you pick those 2 tools, or you send them to a website or whatever, maybe it's a 3-minute video after they see a picture, or maybe they see a 20-second video clip. They say, what is this? You send them to your website, and there's that 3-minute trailer video that's really nice and slick. That is not designed to sell anybody. It's designed for them to say, what is this? This sounds interesting. I'd like to know more. And then you get them to a presentation. Presentation, don't think too hard about this, guys. Like I said, it's not salesy. Presentation is nothing more than a way to deliver the content of what LIV is about without you having to do it. Meaning, if I'm interested, what is it? That's it. I just want to know the information. So that can be done live. It can be done virtually with technology nowadays. So it could be a Zoom or a webinar, like a face-to-face, like we're doing right now. It could be a Facebook Live in a personal or a group. It can be a recorded video. That's a presentation. And it can be done in person. It can be done in person as well. It can be a one-on-one, or be getting together for coffee and just talking about life in general and what LIV really means to you, and really kind of going over the information, or clicking a video and letting them watch it on themselves. Maybe you do it in a small group, maybe at the house or out with a glass of wine, whatever you guys are doing. It's just one of those things where this fits into your life, however you guys do it. Or you can do it in a big group of people, where you maybe have somebody come in to explain what this concept of LIV is all about. So two tools into a presentation. One of my favorites, like I said, is maybe a picture first, maybe a 20-second video clip, and then maybe your website, or I'll send them for a presentation. They want to know more about it. I'll send them either Blake's 8-minute presentation video, super sweet, simple, right to the point, or maybe I'll even send them Nick's 5-minute video, depending on the different personalities of different people, because these are tools that I can use. But you know what? I've seen people watch an 8-minute video and say, this is great, that sounds great. How do I, what are my next steps? How do I enroll? So maybe the 8-minute presentation was your presentation, but maybe they say, that's interesting, I love that information, but I still have some questions. And that's great, because then you can invite them to another presentation, which might be a more in-depth presentation. It might be something you invite them to a webinar that's going to be a full presentation. That could be 20, 30 minutes. Or maybe you're having something locally in your marketplace. Maybe you want to invite them out. Maybe it's over at your house. But this way they're getting a chance to meet other people. They're seeing other people, but they're getting the entire breadth of the scope of what LIV is, how it works. So simple stuff, and don't feel that you can't reach out to your team members to help you through this process, because this is something we do as a group and do this together. So what do you say? It's really simple. It's kind of simple. And these are just all examples, right? So once again, I'm going to preface this by saying, do what's natural to you. So when you're trying to exchange different and getting tools out there and what to do and how to deliver these people through the process, hey, I just found out about this LIV list. Have you heard about it yet? It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Check it out. There's one tool. Second exchange is pretty cool, right? Check this one out. Check this out for more info. Maybe share your website. So I'm not spending any time on this stuff. I'm just moving right through the process. Number 3, hey, what'd you like best? Great. Are you open to learning more? Send them the invitation to, or send them an 8-minute video. I mean, if they have any questions, great. Looks like you need some more information. Go to this step, or go here, or go there. All you're doing is playing traffic cop. Meaning they're asking questions, I'm giving them the answers, or I'm sending them to the place to get the answers. I'm not taking all this burden on myself, because I'm just getting started. We're all in pre-launch, you guys. This is all brand new. This is not something you're expected to know, and they're not expecting you to know everything. So don't worry about it. It should be simple, fun, social. Schedule your next steps. What LIV overview are you going to promote into next? Is it a virtual presentation? Is it live? Is it in person? What date and time? Go ahead and write these in. You got to have a plan. This is all things that we're going to need to do to help support the goals that we talked about when we got started. Here's another suggestion. Schedule it. We call a tip hour. All that is an hour for you and your new LIV member to get together and talk about this information that we're talking about right now, and then get their list together, and then start getting some of those texts out, getting some of those posts out there. Do this and help your people get started, so they don't, as much as this is intuitive and can be simple, people will always try to overcomplicate it. So if you're there with them for an hour, there's no apprehension, there's no stress, there's nothing. You guys are having fun with it anyway. So schedule that time to do that, and promise you it'll go a heck of a lot smoother, and you'll have a heck of a lot more fun. So plug into the next LIV to Learn, which could be local, could be a regional celebration that we host, could be a national festival that's coming up in December at Punta Cana. You got to be there. It's going to be an amazing LIV experience. But the more you learn, the more you're going to grow, and that's what we want to accomplish here. So make sure that you're plugging into everything you possibly can, and then get focused. So if you're building and you want to build to a particular rank, and you want to get to bronze or bronze elite, or you want to get to silver and get that car, you want to create those stories. Here's just like a little roadmap that helps you get started. It's real simple. Fill in the blanks, help your first 3 promoters get their first 3 promoters. So you can just fill in the blanks, check mark the boxes next to the C, which is for customer member, to help everyone get their membership for free. And then you can just basically use this as a building block for every new person that comes in. It's going to help you go straight from where you are today to where it is that you want to go tomorrow. Whether it's a big goal, little goal, medium goal, this will help you get it done. we're trying to take the headaches out of anything. So we just want to create the easiest roadmap for you guys to get started, have some fun with this, and share it with your friends without having to feel like you got to do it all by yourself. And then plug in. Make sure that you know what your ID is, obviously your personal websites, your URLs. Make sure that you have the information for your team, people that are going to support you. Just know that livefaq.com is a great source for you. If you got some questions, you can't get them answered. LIVFAQ.com. You could probably go there and find out any questions you probably have. Has already been asked before, and it's probably answered on livefaq.com. If you have any suggestions, or knowing that we're in pre-launch right now, I mean, you might have some suggestions for, hey, this didn't seem right to me, or this wasn't quite the way I thought. This is a technology-based business, and we're always going to have little things that pop up time to time that we need to know about. The only way you can truly flex and work on a system like this is when we have active users using it. You can't build a business like this in a silo and hope that you're going to run up against all the scenarios and fix them before you launch. It doesn't work that way in technology. So make sure that you go to info@meetliv.com for any suggestions or any things that you see that aren't quite right on the website, or maybe on this app wasn't working just properly, or we need to know that because we want to fix that stuff immediately in our pre-launch phase, hence we want to call it pre-launch. So subscribe to Liv Pro. Highly, 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 highly recommend this. As a tool, it's worth, it's literally, I think it was over $20 million invested in all the content and the system that was put together to do this, and they only charge us $29 a month to use it. So it's worth it. And then go use your services. Install, and some of these are available now to install in your app store, depending on whether you're Apple or you're Android user. Some are coming online, literally every single day. So just keep accessing and using these services and get that all downloaded. And then add Live Live. Every Monday night we do a Live Live webinar, Zoom, Facebook Live event at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that we share new things that's going on in the community, stories, all kinds of great stuff. And then you may have a team call that you can plug into as well. It's just a group of people that are getting together probably once a week to share what's happening in their local area, in their group. Great place to communicate and meet with folks as well. So you want to, here, I'm going to say this in closing. We're literally, depending on, when you're watching this, we're just getting started. We really are. And I think my biggest thing is when I tell new people about building a business, is expectation is probably the biggest one for me, is always set the right expectations. And the expectation here is this is going to be, it can be the most fun, most rewarding thing you have ever done. But knowing when things are new, like I said, we're in pre-launch. There's flex time that is required in order to work these things out and make the experience for our members the best they can possibly be. So always set the expectation is our intentions are we're always going to get it right no matter what. Now, it may not be right always, all the time, and it's not that the company doesn't mess up from time to time, and technology doesn't mess up from time to time, because that stuff is just a given. It just happens. But I can promise you this. After being in business for these guys for 10 years and seeing what they've done, what they're capable of in their hearts and their true intention for people, this is going to be an amazing, amazing experience for so many. And I can't wait for you to share in that as well. But you know what? Set everyone's expectations. We always tell folks, listen, our goal is to help people check off things on their live list to create memories that they'll never forget. But you can't put a price tag on those kind of things. This is not a, hey, let's go make a bunch of money thing. It's not. If you want to, that's available. And we can do that. But it's not the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, money's going to come and go. Things are going to come and go. But the memories that we create and the things and the feeling that we create when we're all together and we're doing experiences and we're having a blast together, these are the things that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives. And they're going to be the things that we pass on from generation to generation. So that's the most important thing. And so let's go out there with the intention of we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Don't get too serious. Don't take yourself too serious because you know what? We do too much of that every day anyway. And you know what? We're trying to attract people into Live as new members. They want a place that's fun, that's non-stress, place that they can hang out and have a good time and go do great things together. So that's my expectation. Hope this was helpful to every single one of you guys, at least to get you started. So let's go out there, fill out your sheets, return them, and talk to them with your team leaders, and and they'll help you figure this stuff out. And let's do this thing together. This is not something you have to do on your own by any stretch. So let's go live, folks. Let's have some fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Share this video with every brand new person that comes in so you don't have to explain it yourself. And looking forward to seeing you guys all in person. And certainly, hopefully, in Punta Cana at our first festival event, Live List Experience. So looking forward to it. You guys take care.